morning, ladies and gentlemen. Our forum will begin in a few minutes. Please take your seats and set your mobile phones to silent mode. Thank you for your cooperation. And if you need simultaneous interpretation, please collect the device at the side of the hall. Now, please direct your attention to the main screen for our official countdown. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment has arrived. Let's give a warm welcome to our distinguished guests as they enter the hall. I'm honored to invite Professor Sisi Chen, Chair of the Organizing Committee, to lead them in. Please welcome them with applause. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to the International Forum on New Journey of Electric Vehicle Revolution 2025, hosted by GBAAA, the Greater Bay Area Association of Academicians. I'm your host, Antonio. It's a privilege to stand with you today. Now, let me introduce our guests of honor. 接下来，请允许我向各位隆重介绍 出席今天活动的嘉宾：中国工程院院士、中国科学技术协会副主席陈学冬教授 ，Professor 陈学冬 ，Vice President of the China Association for Science and Technology; Dr. Ge Ming, Acting Permanent Secretary for Innovation, Technology and Industry, the Government of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region. Professor Nancy Ip, Chair of GBAAA, President of HKUST, the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. Professor Jin Guangteng, Vice Chair of GBAAA, President of PolyU, the Hong Kong Polytechnic University. Professor Sisi Chen, Chair of the International EV Forum Organizing Committee, the co-founder of GBAAA. And we also have a distinguished lineup of speakers who will be presenting today. They are Mr. Sean Green, President and CEO of BMW Group, Region China. Professor James Kirtley, member of the U.S. National Academy of Engineering, Professor of Electrical Engineering, post-tenure at MIT. Dr. Dong Tan, member of the U.S. National Academy of Engineering, Vice President of Technical Activities for IEEE. Professor Ziqiang Zhu, Fellow of the Royal Academy of Engineering, Head of Electrical Machines and Power Group at the University of Sheffield. Mr. Huang Zhongqiang, Chief Expert of Chongqing Chang'an Automobile, Chair of the Chongqing Automotive Engineering Society. Mr. Ren Xiangfei, Chief Engineering and Technology Scientist, Executive Vice President of the Geely Research Institute. Dr. Shi Jianpeng, Deputy Chief Engineer of Dongfeng Motor Corporation. Professor Huang Xuejie, Professor at the Institute of Physics, Chinese Academy of Sciences, Deputy Director of the Songshan Lake Material Laboratory. Dr. Maron Groh, Executive Director of the Intelligent Production Systems at the ANC Innovation Center. Dr. Kenji Morita, Senior Expert in the Electric System Research Group of the Environment Research Division at the Japan Automobile Research Institute. Mr. Zhang Jie, Vice President and General Secretary of the Energy Investment Professional Committee under the Investment Association of China. Professor Christopher Chow, Senior Vice President for Research and Innovation, Chair Professor of Thermal and Environmental Engineering of PolyU. And Professor Katie Cho, Chair Professor of Electrical Energy Engineering at PolyU. Professor Liu Wei, Assistant Professor at PolyU, Manager of Research Center for Electric Vehicles. It's a pleasure to welcome you all. Ladies and gentlemen, the EV industry is growing rapidly, bringing both great opportunities and complex challenges. We believe that through collaboration, we can move forward steadily. This is why we have gathered leading experts here today for this very important dialogue. To begin our forum, let us welcome Professor Nancy Ip, Chair of the GBAAA and the President of HKUST, to deliver her welcome address. Let's welcome.
Dr. Ge Ming, Professor Chen Xuedong, Professor C.C. Chen, distinguished guests, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, everyone. It is my great honor as chair of the Greater Bay Area Association of Academicians, GBAAA, to welcome you all to Hong Kong for this pivotal international forum on the new journey of the electric vehicle revolution. 大家早上好。首先，我谨代表粤港澳大湾区院士联盟，欢迎各位嘉宾来到香港，参加今天关于电动汽车革命新征程的国际论坛。We gather at a moment of extraordinary transformation. The global shift towards electric mobility is no longer a distant vision. But with unprecedented opportunities overcome complex challenges in technology, infrastructure, sustainability, and policy. Recognizing the critical role of collaboration in accelerating this transformation, GBAAA is convening this flagship symposium. Our goal is to bring together the world's foremost academic minds whose fundamental research is pushing the boundaries of possibility. Visionary industry leaders who are translating innovation into tangible products and services, and influential policymakers who are creating the frameworks enabling progress and adoption. So today, we are truly excited to explore the core technologies of electrified, intelligent, and connected vehicles. We will dive into the critical advancements in powertrains, batteries, and hydrogen. We will explore developments in smart bidirectional energy flow to turn EVs into grid stabilizing resources, and the means to make them even smarter by linking them to the grid and the cloud. This is our roadmap for an empowering future with the vision that mobility is freedom, mobility is happiness. Hong Kong, at the heart of the dynamic Greater Bay Area, is the ideal platform for these discussions, especially when the city is actively integrating itself into the nation's innovation and technology development, and actively building itself into an international innovation and technology hub. With its international research environment, sound legal system, and robust financial market, Hong Kong exerts unique advantages in promoting electric vehicle technology and industrial collaboration across the Greater Bay Area and beyond. Besides providing a platform for high-level dialogue, this forum also aims to demonstrate Hong Kong's pivotal role in fostering interdisciplinary, cross-sectoral, cross-regional collaborative innovation to advance innovation and technology development of Hong Kong and also the Greater Bay Area as a whole. So today, let us challenge assumptions, share groundbreaking insights, identify bottlenecks, and forge concrete partnerships. Let our discussions be characterized by the spirit of open collaboration that this transformation demands. The journey ahead is complex, but the destination is compelling. The GBAA is proud to provide this opportunity to strengthen electrification, advance intelligence, and build the integrated systems that will truly power the next chapter of the electric vehicle revolution. So thank you again, and I wish you all a very productive and very inspiring forum. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Abe, for your warm welcome. We are honored today to welcome two highly influential guests who play a key role not only in driving high-quality economic development at the national and regional levels, but also in leading technological innovation, industrial upgrading, and policy coordination. Now it's my pleasure to invite our next distinguished speaker, Dr. Ge Ming, Acting Permanent Secretary for Innovation, Technology, and Industry of the HKSAR government, to deliver his opening address. Let's welcome.
陈学冬主席 President Yi, President Tan, Professor C.C. Chen, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is my great honor to join you today at this forum. On behalf of the Hong Kong SAR government, I extend my warm congratulations on the successful convening of this forum and heartfelt welcome to leaders from the government, industry, academia, and research institutions around the world. The theme of this forum, strengthening electrification and advancing technological intelligence, is both timely and profound. The electrification of vehicles marks a transformative revolution, addressing energy and environmental challenges, while paving the way for safer driving and smarter mobility. Although Hong Kong is not a traditional automotive hub, our city has long contributed to the advancement of electric vehicles through research and innovation. Professor C.C. Chen, widely known as the father of Asian electric vehicles, led pioneering EV research in Hong Kong decades ago, laying the foundation for both technological development and talent cultivation. My car, one of the early days mass production EVs developed by the Hong Kong Polytechnic University, demonstrated Hong Kong's potential in this field. Today, our research team continue to explore breakthroughs in battery technology, new energy, materials science, and intelligent system, bringing Hong Kong's ingenuity to forefront of EV innovation. In support of this transition, the Hong Kong SAR government has launched Hong Kong Roadmap on popularization of electric vehicles, setting a goal of zero vehicular emissions by 2050. Key initiatives include ending new registration of fossil fuel private cars, funding pilot schemes for electric buses and taxis, expanding our charging infrastructure, and nurturing the next generation of EV talent, all aligned with our broad commitment to achieving carbon neutrality by mid-century. Now, I would like to share a few words in Mandarin. 各位嘉宾，本届特区政府以产业为导向，推出一系列的政策措施，积极推动科研成果的转化和产业化，促进科技创新和产业创新，将香港的科研优势转化为经济发展的优势，让市民切身感受到创科所带来的红利。随着人工智能、自动驾驶、物联网等技术加速演进，电动汽车已超越了传统的交通工具，成为集成软硬件、数据与服务的智能移动平台，支撑未来汽车产业的革命，重塑产业形态，更带动半导体、动力电池、智能通电和智慧出行等相关产业的发展，创造新的经济增长点。对香港，这既是挑战，更是重大的机遇。我们真诚欢迎电动汽车产业链企业来港发展。我们支持在港举办了2025国际汽车及供应链博览会，吸引不少电动汽车产业链企业来港上市，已批准数个区域道路展开自动驾驶测试。香港微电子研发院2条第3代半导体8寸中视线明年将会投入服务，希望充分发挥香港在创科、金融、国际化等方面的优势，结合内地资源，打造创新的电动汽车产业生态系统。电动汽车革命是一项需要全球协作的系统工程， 涉及技术、政策法规、基础设施、市场、金融、人才等领域的创新驱动。作为国际创科中心和国际金融中心，香港愿成为连接各方的桥梁，促进政产学研投用的深度协同。相信透过汇聚全球智慧，共享发展经验，我们定能加速电动汽车革命新征程，合作建设绿色、智慧、可持续的未来出行系统。祝本次论坛成果丰硕，各位满载而归。谢谢。
Thank you very much, Dr. Ge Ming. Thank you. We are witnessing a major shift from traditional engines to smart electric mobility. Now, let's welcome Professor Chen Xuedong, Vice President of the China Association of Science and Technology, for his opening remarks. 接下来，各位来宾，让我们掌声有请中国工程院院士、中国科学技术协会副主席陈学冬教授为我们带来开幕致辞，掌声欢迎。
尊敬的葛明博士，尊敬的陈清泉院士，叶玉如校长，滕警官校长，尊敬的各位领导、各位来宾、女士们、先生们、朋友们，大家上午好 ，Good morning, everyone。非常高兴地来到祖国的东方明珠香港，参加电动汽车革命新征程国际论坛，围绕夯实电动化、推进智能化，与大家共商新能源汽车发展大计。在此，我谨代表中国科学技术协会，对本次论坛的召开表示热烈的祝贺，对与会的嘉宾表示诚挚的问候。发展新能源汽车是全球应对气候变化、推动经济社会可持续发展的共同选择。近年来，各国政府纷纷加大新能源汽车发展的支持力度，国际主要汽车企业也陆续提出电动化转型的战略，并积极推进实施，全球新能源汽车加速迈入大规模推广普及的新阶段。中央政府高度重视新能源汽车发展。习近平主席强调，中国坚持走绿色低碳可持续发展道路，愿与国际社会一道，加速推进新能源汽车科技创新和相关产业的发展，为建设清洁美丽的世界、构建人类命运共同体做出更大的贡献。近年来，我们积极拥抱汽车产业绿色低碳发展的大势，统筹推进技术创新、推广应用和产业生态建设，推动新能源汽车产业发展取得显著成效，为加快全球新能源汽车发展做出了积极贡献。一是市场规模持续扩大，2020年以来，我国新能源汽车年销量从不足140万辆，已经跃升为2024年的1300万辆，带动全球新能源汽车销量从300万辆扩大超过了1700万辆。中国培育出全球最大的新能源汽车市场，为全球新能源汽车发展提供了澎湃动能。二是技术水平大幅度跃升。过去的5年，中国动力电池单体成本降价30%，寿命提升40%。充电速率提高了3倍，固液混合电池、分布式电驱系统等加速突破应用，纯电动乘用车新车平均续时里程达到了500公里，提升30%以上。从电池无模组技术海外授权到多款电动整车平台应用于国际主流品牌，中国新能源汽车技术创新成果正在更多更好地惠及世界各国人民。三是产业生态不断优化。截止今年上半年，我国累计已经建成充电桩超过1600万台，换电站超过4800座，开放智能网联汽车测试道路35000公里，建成5G 通信基站超过450万个。换电模式的应用，燃料电池汽车示范最有成效，智能网联汽车产品准入试点、上路通行试点、车路云一体化试点等深入推进。我国 我国这个丰富多元的这个创新场景、开放包容的这个发展环境、日益完善的这个基础这个设施，为这个全球汽车产业探索新技术、新模式、新业态提供了广阔舞台。众多国际知名车企持续加大在华投入，与本土企业深化全方位的合作，实现了在中国为中国、在中国为世界的跨越。女士们、先生们、朋友们，过去的20年的发展经验表明，科技创新是新能源汽车发展的第一动力。伴随着新能源科技革命和产业革命加速向纵深演进，新能源汽车科技创新正在迎来前所未有的密集活跃期。前沿技术日新月异，颠覆性技术创新不断涌现，科技范式深刻变革，创新生态全面重塑。如何准确把握未来的创新发展趋势，合理选择技术路线？如何准确、高效地整合跨学科、跨行业的新资源，构建适应产业变革的创新生态？这些问题不仅正面高水平的创新，也更关乎产业高质量的发展全局。作为中国科技工作者的人民团体，中国科协愿意立足为科技工作者服务，为创新驱动发展服务，为提高全民科学素养服务，为科学决策服务的使命定位，充分发挥所属企业和相关行业科技社团的作用，与有关各方一道，不断推动新能源汽车科技进步和产业发展，一是打造汽车技术的创新目标，支持汽车行业产学研、上下游跨领域的力量，开展新能源汽车技术趋势的预见、技术路线研判等工作，编制发布新能源汽车产业技术发展路线图，引领创新新方向。二是强化汽车创新人才拓举，建立健全梯队化的汽车创新人才发展体系，立足高层级的科技奖励、荣誉称号的举荐工作，加快汽车科技领军人才的选拔、推荐、培养，发挥各类青年人才的引领作用，加大对青年科技人员的科研支持。三是推动汽车技术的交流合作，推动建立全方位、多层级、跨领域的高水平新能源汽车学术交流平台，不断提升学术议题的深度广泛，吸引领军专家、青年骨干、海外人才和基层科技工作者广泛参与，促进新能源汽车的学科发展。女士们、先生们、朋友们，东方之珠香港积极发挥制度优势、区位优势，围绕新能源汽车创新发展，不断聚集新资源、新要素，积累雄厚的科研实力。希望以电动汽车革命新征程国际论坛为契机，增进交流沟通，深化互学互鉴，推进务实的合作，共同推进新能源汽车发展再创新征程，再创新辉煌。最后，预祝本次论坛取得圆满成功。谢谢大家 ，Thanks。
非常感谢陈学冬教授的精彩致辞，请您在舞台上留步，并请陈学冬教授，请您移步到我们的舞台中央，因为接下来我们要进行的是合影的环节了。Thank you, Professor Chen. Please kindly remain on the stage, and we will now proceed to the group photo session. Now we will invite all our distinguished guests and speakers to the stage for the group photo. Let's welcome Dr. Ge Ming, Professor Nancy Ip, Professor Jin Guangteng, Professor C.C. Chen, Mr. Sean Green, Professor James Kirtley, Dr. Dong Tan, Professor Ziqiang Zhu, Mr. Huang Zhongqiang, Mr. Ren Xiangfei, Dr. Shi Jianpeng, Professor Huang Xuejie, Dr. Myron Guo, Dr. Kenji Morita, Mr. Zhang Jie, Professor Katie Chou, and Professor Liu Wei. 同时，我们邀请我们的大会摄影师在舞台的前方，为我们各位嘉宾留下一张大合照。 谢谢 ，Thank you. And once again, I kindly ask everyone to remain on the stage, please. As we now invite representatives from our sponsors, co-organizers, and supporting organizations to join us for the second group photo. Let's welcome Professor Luo Jiebo, President of Hong Kong Institute of Science and Innovation, Chinese Academy of Sciences, Mr. Choi Hoi-sam, President of Beijing Hong Kong Academic Exchange Center, Ms. Yue Yuan, Director of IAS-TIC, Engineer Professor Alfred Seat, Chief Executive and Secretary of the Hong Kong Institution of Engineers, Engineer Dr. Alex Chan, President of Hong Kong Academy of Engineering, Professor Huang Yu, Associate Vice President of Beijing Normal Hong Kong Baptist University, Engineer Professor Louis Locke, Director of Hong Kong Institute of Measurement and Automation, Professor Lu Jian, Dean of College of Engineering at City University of Hong Kong, Professor Lawrence Yang, Associate Dean of the University of Hong Kong, Dr. Ada Chen, Head of Communications and Engagement of the Chinese University of Hong Kong, Mr. Jay He, Senior Manager of Hong Kong Science and Technology Park, and Professor Qiao Zhonghua, Vice Secretary General of GBAAA and Chair Professor at PolyU. 好的，我们也邀请大会摄影师为我们拍摄第2张大合照。好，谢谢各位摄影师 ，Thank you everyone, thank you, and please return to your seats. Thank you very much. 还有一个大摄影。Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, next we will proceed with the full plenary group photo. 接下来呢，我们会邀请我们的大会的摄影师各位老师们来到我们的舞台上方，从舞台的角度向下，为全场的嘉宾来一张大合影。We will invite everyone to face the photographers at the front of the stage, and offer your best and most beautiful smiles, and let the camera capture these special moments of connection and shared advancement. 谢谢 ，Thank you， 谢谢我们的摄影师 ，Thank you。Ladies and gentlemen, the EV industry is moving towards a more efficient and sustainable future. To guide our thinking, now we will invite Professor C.C. Chen for his keynote speech, New Journey of Electric Vehicle Revolution. Please welcome.
Hảo, 尊敬的陈秀栋主席啊，尊敬的革命秘书长，我非常感动，也非常激动啊！ President Yip and President Teng Ching just left, Mr. Steen Green, Don Tan, James. I am so honored, also so excited that all my friends from over the world come to here. We are now in the age of iteration of science, iteration of technology, iteration of society. How we can occupy the commanding height. We must work together. All the scientists, engineers, entrepreneurs, officers, politicians, we must work together to this iterative period and how to occupy the commanding height. So today, I'm pleased to share my humble view on the new journey of electric vehicle revolutions. Okay, so what is the new journey of electric revolution? I think there are 3 points. How to strengthening the electrification, how to advancing the intelligence, and there are 2 challenges. The first challenge is how to friendly shake hands between electric vehicles and electric power grids. We have Don Tan today. You will share this panel 3, and how friendly shake hands between the electric vehicles and the internet cloud. Okay, so my humble view divided into several points. First is the scientific iteration. In this period, the AI engine is very important. How we use AI engine to empower us. Number 2 is new journey of EV revolution, that is electrification, intelligent and connected, and then make our mobility not only freedom, but our mobility also happiness. Then I will briefly highlight the lightweight body, the powertrain and charging system, and the recent advancement in batteries and chassis, and the prospect of autonomous vehicles and flying cars. And then, that is my recent work, is the integration of 4 networks and 4 flows. Electric mobility revolution cannot alone. Electric mobility revolution must be hand in hand with energy revolutions and communication information. So I propose the integration of 4 networks. What is the 4 network? Is the network of energy, the network of information, the network of transportation, and the network of humanity. Humanity is very important. Science and technology must be integrated with the humanity. Science and technology must be integrated with policy. Policy is humanity, okay? So I propose the integration of 4 networks, also the integration of 4 flows. Because you have network, you have 4 flows. What is the 4 flows? Flows of energy, flow of information, flow of materials, and flow of value. You can see in the energy information, hydrogen is very important sector, and how electricity and hydrogen can be hand in hand. And with hydrogen, you can have ammonia, etc. So how this can, all the energy can be swapping and create value. So in the 4 flows, we address the flow of energy, the flow of materials, and the flow of values. Okay, and then finally is the importance of international collaboration. So first, I would like to address the importance of, scientific iteration. Breakthrough through the limitation, and then is the iteration. In the iteration, the most important is hypothesis. We must have hypothesis. After hypothesis, you make observation, research, analyze, experiments, evaluation, etc. The important is iteration. And during the iteration period now, how to occupy the commanding height. Okay, so keep asking, keep iterating, science is not the final answer. It is a mindset of better questioning. We are not best learners, but participants and shapers of our history. Okay, so let us review the revolution. The revolution, the industrial revolution, the energy revolution, the revolution of nature, they are hand in hand. You can see the industrial revolution from the steam engine to electrification, to information, to digitization, and today we go to the how human and AI work together. This is the industrial revolution. And then the energy revolution from the wood and biomass, the coal, the oil, the electricity, and new energy. And then to the transportation, horse-drawn vehicles, rickshaw, in ICE, and today EV in Iran. The invention of ICE make our mobility freedom. Before the ICE, there's no transportation mean. People from the whole life in the 19th century, they only can walk in a small distance in the village. Then after the ICE, make our mobility freedom. But the mobility is not happiness because ICE pollute, accident, not. Today we go to electrification. Make our mobility not only freedom, but happiness, because we use new energy. Because the new energy of electricity is two-way of transaction. You know, in the ICE, the oil, gasoline, and diesel is only one way. But today, by using electric, the energy is two-way. So we can do much more, so that make our mobility not only freedom, but happiness. And now China is leading the world. Mr. Chen Xiaodong already pointed out, China is leading the world. 我们中国已经引领世界，但是中国搞汽车革命不但是为中国人民，中国搞汽车革命要造福全世界人民。汽车革命不但造福我们这一辈人，也造福我们后代的人。好的 ，Now I will briefly share with you. We developed AI engine in the Hong Kong Polytechnic, and Zhao Haitao is also my colleague is here. So I would just briefly tell you what is the philosophy of the AI engine, and what is the science spirit and the engineering spirit. The philosophy is the integration of three words that I will always promote: humanity word, cyber word, and physical word. Humanity word is very important effect because it is the policy. Technology must hand in hand with policy. This is my philosophy of developing the AI engine. And what is the science spirit, the science content? The science, we must master the three rules. Science is a rule. So what is the rule? Three rules. First is large language model rule. Second is digital twin. Third is big data. How we deeply research and discover on these three rules. Science is a rule. Science is answering why, and engineering is answering how. So what is the engineering spirit? How to make the three rules integrated, optimize the three rules, and create economic result and environment result. So we know how, we not only know why, but we also know how. Okay, so we use this philosophy. We have developed, use this philosophy to develop energy material. So for instance, for battery, so the phase one is the equipment, phase two is digital twin, phase three is AI engine, and what is the result? The output is code of energy materials. And we use this code, produce the materials, and link with the robotics. So you can produce. We only can use half year. We can produce the new materials for the battery. Okay, so the second phase, I would like to discuss about the new energy of EV revolutions, that is electrification, intelligent, and connected.
What if the car you're driving today could predict your next move? Welcome to a world where your car isn't just a machine, but a smart companion, guiding your journey with intelligence and innovation. This is the world of intelligent electric vehicles, a world where technology and sustainability merge, creating a driving experience like no other. Intelligent electric vehicles, or IEVs, are a far cry from traditional vehicles. In essence, both serve the same purpose, to transport you from point A to point B. But that's where the similarities end. Traditional vehicles, powered by internal combustion engines, have been our loyal workhorses for over a century. They've taken us across continents, helped us explore the farthest corners of our world, and made our lives infinitely more convenient. Yet they come with their own set of challenges. Pollution, for one. Traditional vehicles emit greenhouse gases that contribute to climate change. They also rely on fossil fuels, a finite and depleting resource. And while they've seen technological advancements over the years, they still require a hands-on approach, a relentless need for driver vigilance. Enter intelligent electric vehicles. These vehicles are a beacon of sustainability, running on electricity, a renewable resource. They emit zero tailpipe emissions, making them a friend to the environment. But their intelligence is what sets them apart. Equipped with advanced sensors and AI technology, IEVs learn from their environment. They adapt to traffic, weather conditions, and even your driving habits. They can predict your needs, like when you might need a battery recharge or when to switch to energy-saving mode. They offer safety features like autonomous driving and collision prevention, taking a load off the driver's mind. In essence, intelligent electric vehicles are more than just cars. They're your co-pilots, your assistants, your guardians on the road. They offer a new kind of freedom, the freedom to enjoy the journey, not just the destination. And yes, they may be a new concept, a departure from the familiar roar of the engine and the smell of gasoline. But change, as they say, is the only constant. So, as we stand on the cusp of a new era in transportation, it's time to ask ourselves, are we ready to embrace this change? Are we ready to make our journeys smarter, cleaner, and more sustainable? Consider the possibilities of intelligent electric vehicles. Explore their potential, their benefits, and their impact on our world. Because the future of driving isn't just about getting from point A to point B. It's about making the journey intelligent, enjoyable, and kind to our...
好的，所以我们要面临两个挑战。We are now facing two challenges. That is how electric vehicle can friendly shake hand with the power grid. How electric vehicle can friendly shake hand with our internet cloud. So our vision is from the intelligent vehicles to intelligent transportation, to intelligent city, to intelligent society. 我们从智能网联汽车开始，从智能汽车到智能交通，从智能交通到智慧城市，从智慧城市到智慧社区，造福我们的社会，造福中国，造福全世界，造福我们这一代人，也造福下一代人。好的，那么 that is a very key mindset. We have to change our mindset. Today, electric vehicle is not just a transportation means. It's not just a mechanical engineering. So in the old days, automotive is mechanical engineering. It is automotive engineering. But today, because the power is changed, from the ICE go to electric, from gasoline and diesel go to electric. So when today we develop it, we should change our mindset. In addition to the conventional automated engineering, we should know the energy. We should know the communication. So that is three aspects together. We develop the new EV, because the EV, the attribute of EV has changed. Okay. So China has achieved leading the world today, and we very briefly show why China can be leading the world. I have have experienced the whole process from the 30 years ago, from the development of EV, from time to time at advising the government. We have gone through the 3 stages: incubation stage, growth stage, and rapid growth stage. And we have tackled the 3 challenges: range anxiety, charging anxiety, and intensive competition. And our 3 part is innovation. Innovation, innovation, innovation plus policy. There's 3 parts: battery innovation, chassis and powertrain innovation, charging innovation. So today, China is building very strong supply and manufacturing chain, so China can produce high quality with low price. The secret is the integration of technology, policy, regulation, industry, market, and investment. Now, okay, so I just very briefly highlight the importance of lightweight body and how to tackle the formation of aluminum, and then the powertrain and charging system. I think 30 years ago, I proposed 3-in-1. At that time, I only proposed the motor, the controller, and the transmission. But today, it's not only 3-in-1, it's all-in-one. By integration all-in-one, you can reduce the cost, reduce the volume, and at the same time, enhance performance, reduce the noise, and increase the reliability. So this is some recent development in the distributed powertrains, because by the distributed powertrain, the vehicle very flexible. You can go this, you can go this, you can go back around. So this is a distributed powertrain, and in the distributed powertrain, we use wheel motors. Okay, so now I just very briefly address how electric vehicles can friendly shake hands with the power grid. We must use digital solutions. You can see from the power network, distributed network, and EV service network in the active platform, and the third-party platform, and then go to the charging station. And we have a slow charge, medium charge, quick charge for DDC, slow charge and medium for the AC, and we also have battery replacement, and we also have battery replacement, also have how to recycle the battery. So whole the supply chain, how we can use digital revolutions to make our electric vehicle can friendly shake hand with the power grid. And the key is because electric is 2 directions. This is basic difference between electric vehicle and ICE. ICE use gasoline, diesel. It's 1 way of energy, but electric has 2 ways. Because electric is 2 ways, you can see from the wind, from the solar, you can see go to the home charging, you also can go to the public charging. The key is because our electric energy is 2 way, and we can use V2X. We can be connected to every point. Vehicle to load, vehicle to vehicle, vehicle to home, vehicle to building, vehicle to microgrid, and vehicle to grid. Okay, so we have developed very powerful charging station in China, and we have 2 slogans. One is 我们有2个口号，一杯咖啡充满电 ，a cup of coffee you can fully charge， 1秒1公里 ，1 second 1 kilowatt。We have built this, and then we have built megawatt class, fully liquid cold, flexible charging and discharging system. So now I talk about the wireless. Liu Wei will talk in the afternoon. So by the wireless charging, we can park and charge. We also can move and charge. Okay, so batteries and chassis. I think later Huang Xiujie will go more detail. We have gone through from the lithium magnesium, lithium iron phosphate, and today is NNC, NCA. But from the 3, we want to take off the cobalt. So the next generation is no more cobalt because it's dangerous, it is expensive. So we can go LNMO, okay? So this region, and at the same time, the electrode material evolution, the gradient distribution SiC electrode, the high density battery density, the high density, high safety battery, and there are two ways. One pathway is for the electric vehicle. We are aiming from high energy density, and we always improve our anode and cathode from trinity to graphite, to high nickel trinity to graphite, high nickel trinity to graphite, high nickel trinity to silicon base, high nickel battery to lithium metal. This is for the aiming for the high energy density for our electric vehicle. The other is for for our power, storage for the power. Because we use wind and solar, we must put storage. In this way, we don't need such high of energy density. What we need is long life, low cost. Because in the power, we need 30 years. But usually, the battery only 10 years. But now CATL can be 20 years. We must make it long life and cheap and safe is the most important thing for the power grid, storage, Okay, so solid state is one of the direction, but there's some challenges in the storage grid. How to further improve the ionic conductivity of the solid electrolytes, their compatibility with the lithium metal and high energy density electrometals, and the construction of a compatible and stable solid-solid interface. So not only in the battery itself, but in the structure. We have gone through from the cell to pack, and now today is the cell to chassis. In the CATL, even they call so bedrock. Bedrock is the highly integration of the battery and the chassis. And by this way, you can shorten your development period. You can save your development money. They said within half a year, by this technology, you can develop a new design of electric vehicles. Okay, so the solid battery development, the challenge is industrialized, large-scale production and application. Okay, there's also quick, rapid development in China in the fuel cell vehicles. Now in China, we have more than 20,000 units of hydrogen, particularly during Winter Olympic. It is proven it is very good. In China, we have developed from the fuel cell stack to membrane electric to bipolar state to cast different layer to catalyzers to PEM. The whole supply chain, China now has very rapid developments, and the government has many policies to encourage the development of hydrogens. Now, I just very briefly discuss what is the challenges of the autonomous. That is technical challenges, policy and regulation challenges, social acceptance, infrastructure needs. Okay, recent breakthrough of the technology, it is multi-sensor fusion, end-to-end model, data-driven iteration. Okay, and summary of recommendation from now to 2027, L3 recommendation, from 28 to 30, L4 regional development, and from the 30 beyond, L5 will gradually realization. Okay, I'm very soon I will finish my finishes. We also go to the flying cars, and then what I propose is the integration of 4 network and 4 flows. As I mentioned, the integration of energy network, information network, transportation, and humanity network, the integration of energy flow, information flow, material flow, and value flow, via coupling and sharing, increase the utilization of energy and asset, gain economic and environment benefit. Okay, so international collaboration is very important. You know, global policy coordination. Today, I say we must face-to-face, like today. By face-to-face, we can exchange ideas, exchange feeling. Only Zoom is not enough, in my impression. You must face-to-face. It is my impression. Only Zoom is not enough. Like today, we must face-to-face. We have exchange views, exchange ideas, exchange feeling, and promote mutual trust, then collaboration. Okay, this is our mission of scientists. So we must to promote the global policy coordination, the technology partnership, the education and research exchange, okay, industrial collaboration and supply chains, okay, a connection to education and research. So my last is my motto of 6 eyes. I only have 4 eyes, it's not enough. We must have 6 eyes. The first eye, we must put our eyes here. We must have foresight. Number 2, I'll put our eyes here. We look back on the history. We put our eyes here, holistic thinking. Holistic in 在中国就是易经的思想。那个易经里面一半是黑，一半是白。但是呢，它的针对性是个弯曲的，不是直线。黑可以变成白，白可以变成黑，黑中有白，白中有黑。That is holistic thinking. 还有 then we have to put our eyes here. We are engineers. We can down to earth. We can implement. We not only know why, but we must also know how to do it. Okay? And then we put our eyes here. That's fair. We look at the United States and Europe. And then look here. We look at our friend in Japan and in Korea. So we can see everywhere. We can see everything. 无所不知，无处不晓。The 6 eyes, because eye is English is 眼睛. The first eye is inspiration. After inspiration, then you can have imagination. After imagination, you can have innovation. But today, what I emphasize is integration. Integration, integration, integration. Integration of science, technology, and policy. Integration of mechanical, electrical, etc. Cross-section, integration. Then is implementation, but we need money, we need investment. Thank you so much. 你付我总结吧。好的，好的，谢谢。
谢谢陈清泉院士。Thank you. Thank you, Professor Chen, for your inspiring and insightful speech. Thank you.
谢谢你，你非常好的示意，我非常好的示意。
Thank you so much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will begin our first thematic session on recent advances in electric mobility. To start, please welcome Mr. Sean Green, President and CEO of BMW Group Region China. He will share BMW's journey to future mobility. Thank you. Let's welcome.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. And to be honest, I'm not sure how to follow Professor CC Chen because I'm out of breath watching this, let alone giving the presentation. I should say in China, 尊敬的各位领导，大家上午好，or 大家好。My Cantonese is not so good, but if you hear me singing, it's much better in the karaoke. I have to say, I'm quite intimidated when I look around this room and the intelligence, collective intelligence in this room with so many doctors and so many professors. I'm just a humble sales and marketing guy, so please forgive me for a very simple presentation. BMW's history of auto manufacturing is a fascinating journey, from aircraft engines to ultimate driving machines. And it's a story of survival, of innovation, and a relentless focus on a specific brand. But today, I want to start with BMW's electrification journey, which started more than 50 years ago. In 1972, we had the Summer Olympics in Munich, and alongside the newly introduced first-generation 5 Series, BMW created a fleet of 2 specially modified BMW 1602 cars to serve as zero-emission support vehicles for the marathon and walking events. You see the cars here. And it perfectly aligned with the Green Olympics theme and positioned BMW as an innovative, technologically advanced company thinking about the future of mobility even all of those years ago. And it took quite a few more years before the next major step into electrification. In the midst of the global financial crisis, we decided to embark on what we called Project I, a group project which used our Mini brand as a first testbed. And in 2009, to mark the motor show debut of the new Mini Electric, the brand's first all-electric powered series production model, we drove the 250-mile journey from the BMW Group headquarters in Munich to the Frankfurt Motor Show to take its place on the Mini stand. And it proved that electric mobility didn't have to be limited to day-to-day journeys, That 1972 car you see had a range of 37 miles, so we came quite a long way already. The success and learnings from the Mini E program were the direct enablers for a very confident and technologically advanced i3 and i8 that would follow just 5 years later in 2014. And the global launch of the BMW i3 and i8 showed a new understanding of premium that is strongly defined by sustainability. And in the following 10 years, BMW continuously expanded our electric lineup and offered compelling options covering many different segments. And by the end of last year, we had delivered more than 400,000 new energy vehicles into the Chinese market. Now, this experience of more than 50 years told us there's no one-fits-all solution. And on the one hand, the enabling environments across various regions are very different, meaning infrastructure availability, energy mix and price, customer acceptance. But on the other hand, supply chain resilience will be a very big challenge in an NEV-only strategy, especially the huge demand of batteries and corresponding raw materials. And that's why we strongly believe that technology openness is the only sustainable and realistic path towards a carbon neutral feature. BMW's strategy is to advance a portfolio of drive technologies in parallel, including still highly efficient combustion engines, plug-in hybrids, of course fully electric vehicles, but also hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. And this multifaceted approach ensures we can meet the individual mobility needs of customers on a global basis, enabling an inclusive and effective transition to sustainable transportation that leaves no market behind. Now, the new BMW iX5 Hydrogen stands as the definitive embodiment of our strategic principle of this technology openness. And the BMW Group is launching a vehicle with 5 different drivetrain technologies. The new X5 will be the first model to offer customers a choice of battery electric, plug-in hybrid, petrol, hydrogen fuel cell, and even diesel in certain markets in 2028. And alongside developing the new BMW iX5 Hydrogen, BMW is also actively involved in efforts to expand the hydrogen refueling network. The HYMOS, or Hydrogen Mobility at Scale initiative, is designed to promote the development of hydrogen ecosystems and refueling stations in metropolitan areas and aims for an initial pilot implementation in Germany. Now, the race for NEV has shifted from electrification to intelligent electrification, as Professor Chen already said. What makes China unique is not just the size of the market, but its technological leadership and the high pace of innovation. And as a decades-long partner of China, the BMW Group has built an extensive footprint locally in production and R&D, as well as with partners across the supply chain and through many technology collaborations. At BMW, we believe that joining forces and combining strengths is the way forward in the automotive industry. Now, to find the right mobility and technology solutions for our customers worldwide requires an approach that combines our in-house skills and innovation with competencies of local leading players. And that allows us to tailor-make our products and services to meet all of those regional needs, which is critical to master this transformation. The Neue Klasse, our so-called Neue Klasse BMW iX3, is a great example. And just last month, on September the 5th, the first of our Neue Klasse range, the BMW iX3, made its global debut in Munich. Now, our Neue Klasse embodies the BMW Group's profound technical heritage and extensive automotive expertise, elevating sheer driving pleasure. And I love mobility happiness, maybe we could change our phrase. Sheer driving pleasure to an entirely new dimension through the seamless integration of multiple groundbreaking technologies. Now, Neue Klasse is opening a new era for BMW. It's more than just one car. The iX3 is simply the start. It's a whole new generation of vehicles where we've enhanced all major technologies for driving experience. And here on the screen you see 4 key innovations which we developed in-house. The first is the all-new BMW Panoramic iDrive. At BMW, we're known for our driver orientation, hands on the wheel, eyes on the road, with the right data just when you need it. And with our new BMW Panoramic Vision, the windscreen becomes a projection surface merging reality and the virtual world. Second is the new 6th generation eDrive, powered by battery cells developed in-house. They offer 20% more energy density, 30% faster charging speeds, and a super long range. We expect more than 900 kilometers under CLTC. With 400 kilowatt maximum charging, customers can add 370 kilometers in just 10 minutes, according to WLTP. So the key to bringing latest hardware and software innovations is This best overall package lies in the foundation of a software-defined vehicle. With the iX3, we have 4 central supercomputers delivering the necessary computing power, processing data up to 20 times faster than conventional systems. And one of those systems is what we call the heart of joy. And as the right box there shows, which combines all the functionalities for the drivetrain and driving dynamics. Of course, the experience in the iX3 also includes state-of-the-art automated assistance systems to ease our customers' driving benefits. And these systems are tailored to our customer needs, dependable at all times, without ever compromising safety. We call this BMW symbiotic drive. So whenever the driver wants to accelerate, to brake, or to steer, their inputs merge seamlessly and intuitively with AI-enabled software. But pictures are never enough, and as a sales and marketing guy, I have to show a video. So please, let's see the video. So we will bring this car to Hong Kong, exactly as you saw there. We will also bring a long wheelbase, locally produced car to mainland China, also next year, with many Chinese-specific features for the mainland, which obviously you can see the competitive nature of the market at the moment. We have to adapt and change. And a lot of that is regarding partnerships. The success of BMW's efforts in China hinges on deeply integrated local tech partners. With a software-defined vehicle, we maintain competency over all the systems of the car, but we can roll them out to markets at the same time across the world. But meanwhile, we're also able to quickly integrate local tech stacks into our own ecosystem to give consumers access to innovations and features that they're used to. So for driving assistance systems, we're partnering with Momenta, a leading Chinese ADAS technology provider. And this partnership will focus on software development and integration for Chinese road networks, traffic conditions, and user expectations, utilizing advanced AI algorithms and data-driven development methods. In China, we're also collaborating with Alibaba's Banma system to develop the next level of intuitive and conversational in-car voice interaction using large language model AI. Through our cooperation with Huawei, customers can seamlessly integrate their Huawei applications throughout the vehicle. And we also enhance our BMW Intelligent Personal Assistant with functionality from companies like DeepSeek in our vehicles in China. Looking to the future, BMW has a clear pathway. By 2027, we will introduce over 40 BMW models with those innovations you've seen from the Neue Klasse across all drivetrains. And by 2030, we target a global BEV share, so battery electric vehicle share, of more than 50%. While the use phase of a BEV is zero emission, from a life cycle perspective, automotive supply chain, especially battery manufacturing, emissions remain high. So green supply chain is the next focus for sustainable growth. And we believe clean energy and recycled materials are two major measures to decarbonize the supply chain, where BMW is taking solid actions. BMW Group has set itself targets of value chain decarbonization. By 2030, a reduction of 40 million tons of CO2 emissions compared with 2019, and trying to achieve our net zero by 2050. This will cover supply chain, production, use phase, and of course, recycling. And for industry players and policymakers, our joint way forward is to move from tailpipe-driven emission regulation towards whole life cycle-driven regulation. In closing, thank you so much for allowing us to join today. BMW is always very willing to contribute with our industry perspectives in such dialogue and join hands with stakeholders to create an innovation-driven, smart, safe, and of course sustainable automotive industry for China and the rest of the world. Thank you very much indeed, and 多谢大家，谢谢大家。
Thank you, Mr. Green, for that insightful look into BMW's future, and I really envy your ability to speak multiple languages. Okay, next we will hear from Mr. In Tongyue, Chair of Cherry Automobile via video. His talk is titled Linking Global Intelligent Electricity, Co-joining a New Chapter in Mobility. Please watch the screen.
尊敬的陈清泉院士、各位领导、各位专家、各位行业同仁、媒体朋友们，大家好！非常感谢陈院士的盛情邀请，因为出差，很遗憾只能以视频方式与大家相聚在本次电动汽车革命新征程国际论坛。论坛多年来聚焦汽车电动化、智能化技术创新方向。 与产业链协同创新等行业核心问题，推动思想深度碰撞，集聚行业智慧，为汽车行业高质量发展持续注入思想动能，其锐每年都获益良多。当前，全球汽车产业正处于新旧交替的关键节点，电动化、智能化、网联化技术的深度融合与快速迭代。 正在重塑汽车产业的价值链。中国汽车在电动化与智能化领域已经形成全球领先优势，但真正的挑战在于我们的技术标准、质量体系与安全规范能否经得起全球不同市场、不同文化、不同法规环境的严苛考验。陈院士提出的四网融合理念与陈清泉规律极具前瞻性。 也给奇瑞带来了很多启发与思考。我们认为，比任何单一技术领先更重要的是构建一个可持续、可迭代、可信赖的全球创新体系。奇瑞希望通过建立覆盖电动化、智能化、AI 化等领域的全球创新体系，让奇瑞质量与安全经得起全球考验，持续推动品牌向上，加速国际化进程。 真正拥有反内卷的能力，同时，我们以技术创新驱动产品创新，带动商业模式、企业管理与组织结构的全面变革，形成生生不息的创新生态，把奇瑞从一家传统车企转型为全球化高科技生态公司。为此，奇瑞对内打造了300多家遥光实验室，围绕火星架构。 鲲鹏动力、临时制舱、烈焰智驾、银河生态5大领域，全面推进从1到1000的应用创新与技术落地。对外打造了无边界的开放的开阳实验室。我们与全球100多所顶尖高校合作星火计划，聚焦从0到1的原始创新。遥光与开阳，一主内，一主外。 是奇瑞融合创新的主阵地，让新技术、新专利就像流水线一样源源不断地下线，并产业化。与此同时，我们通过全球1+7+N 的研发中心的布局，开展全球技术扫描与洞察，同步进行一地一测的本地化开发与验证，真正实现当地配方、当地口味，真正做到 in somewhere。For somewhere, be somewhere。香港是全球资本的超级跳板，大湾区是连接国际市场的核心重地。9月份，奇瑞在港交所挂牌上市，开启了资本市场全球化的新起点。我们也正按照世界500强和全球化上市公司的标准， 全面提升治理与经营水平。未来，奇瑞将进一步依托香港与大湾区的独特优势，加快整合全球优质资源，让更多中国制造驶向五湖四海，为全球更多用户带来更安全、更美好的出行体验。最后，预祝本届电动汽车革命新征程国际论坛圆满成功，期待各位嘉宾在思想碰撞中凝聚智慧，为全球新能源汽车发展建言献策，共同推动全球汽车产业实现绿色、智能、可持续发展。下面由高新华博士给大家分享奇瑞技术创新规划。谢谢大家。
尊敬的各位领导、各位院士，我是奇瑞汽车高新华。过去3年，奇瑞创新大会见证了我们的战略的演进。2022年，我们发布了遥观前瞻科技战略。2023年，我们宣布了全面的新能源化。2024年，我们战略深化，发力智能化。今年，奇瑞从国际化向全球化全速迈进。我将围绕火星架构、鲲鹏动力、灵犀之舱、猎鹰支架、银河生态5大技术领域，向大家介绍我们最新的全球技术创新成果。首先是火星架构，架构涵盖了一辆车的动种、底盘、车身、电子架构，它决定了一辆车的安全的水平。火星架构的特点是智能拓扑、智能驾驶、智能安全。火星架构可实现多种能源共架构，具备了超高带宽与多目标优选的能力。飞鱼底盘正在加速迭代线控转向、主动悬架、底盘预控等技术。今天为大家带来2个颠覆传统的新科技：定机直驱自动技术 EMB 和4合1智能行驶单元技术。EMB 由于结合了电动驱动和机械制动，具有以下几个优势。第一个优势，响应快；第二个优点，零脱脂力矩；第三个，具有3重的荣誉能力，设计安全等级1个 FIT。另外 ，EMT 还有一个优点，它无需自动翼，所以省去了维护保养的工作。飞鱼底盘的4合1智能行驶单元集成人骨顶级、EMB 智能独立转向和智能悬架，颠覆了传统的设计，采用中央控制单元协同控制，实现物理架构与智能控制的双融合。奇瑞方舟2栖技术成功地将车辆动力学、流体力学和船舶技术进行了跨界融合，创新因此说这种车用2栖技术。总结一下，奇瑞火星 TED 系列架构支持全品牌、全系列、全球化的产品开发。飞鱼底盘定机直驱自动系统全球首发，100公里自动距离 32.41米，优于100万级的豪车。4合1的飞鱼行驶单元实现物理架构与智能控制双融合，拥有1键秒泊车等强大的功能。方舟2栖技术，双推进器、双安全荣誉，带来全新的驾乘体验。智能化新书架构，2200T AI 算力，2.5G 骨干通讯能力，支持软件定义汽车。奇瑞的气味安全，54次5星评价，全球用户的安全标杆。火星架构让每一辆车都拥有极致智能、极致驾乘、极致安全的顶级基因。下面我给大家介绍一下奇瑞引以为豪的鲲鹏动力。我们开发出最优的鲲鹏超能电混和鲲鹏黄金增程系列，有全场景低能耗的高节能版 有极致驾驶体验的高性能版，还有驾驭复杂场景地貌的强越野版。鲲鹏超能电混，下一代48%日效率的发动机全球第一。轴向磁通矢量双电机，功率密度18.4千瓦每公斤，行业领先。犀牛电池，力强，够安全，用得久，挤压并线50%加100%的清水还能正常放电。犀牛 S 全固态定芯，加速研发。鲲鹏动力，发动机时代的强载，新能源时代的完载。林夕 Max 之长，旗舰机的座舱算力底座，高达320 TOPS 的 AI 算力，开曼的 2.0， 端侧实现13B 大模型，远侧实现100B 的大模型，给大家带来了林夕 Max 之长，拥有业界最大规格的46.3英尺 8K 听记屏，3000瓦的博雅自研音响，搭载越来越聪明、越来越懂你的小齐同学。林夕智昌，成就每一层的先有林夕。猎鹰支架代表着奇瑞对美好出行体验的持续的追求，将强化学习、世界模型等前沿技术融入我们的支架系统。未来将以技术深耕和场景落地双轮驱动定义下一代智能出行的核心价值。目前，星海大数据平台已经积累了2000万克利普斯的高价值训练数据，天穹智算中心基础算力达4000 P-flops。我们与合作伙伴在全球范围联合部署了16000 P-flops 的超大规模的异构算力集群，以澎湃算力为技术升级提供强大的保障。奇瑞以优质的数据与澎湃的算力为基础，一段式端到端大模型加 VLM 为核心，打造行业领先的猎鹰支架产品。全场景 ANA 体验天花板，最强泊车覆盖全球 ，Robocar 技术领先，体验最优。猎鹰支架从看见到遇见，最懂全球用户的智能辅助驾驶。银河生态让出行充满乐趣，迅龙秒充，充电像加油一样快。奇瑞 i8， 奇瑞联销飞行平台，构建立体交通新方式，以及墨甲服务机器人和 AI 工业机器人。奇瑞银河生态以全球生态构建更广阔的新生态产业链。银河生态连接未来，构建出行方式的无限可能。从安全的基因、全能的动力、智慧的大脑到预见式的驾驶，无限的生态覆盖了你出行的每一个维度。我们认为，不是某一项具体的技术，而是一个技术创新的体系，是面向全球用户的全球研发、全球验证、全球技术的创新体系。面向2035，我们将以 AI、数据、能源3大核心重构人、车、城市未来出行理念，创新治理全球。未来以来。
Okay, thank you. A lot of thanks for Mr. In. Our first two talks have given us a very clear view of the industry's bright future. And ladies and gentlemen, now we will take a very short tea break. Please enjoy some refreshments and make more friends. We will resume in 50 minutes. Thank you. See you around. Dear guests, ladies and gentlemen, our session will start again soon. So please take your seat ASAP as soon as possible. Thank you for your cooperation. Dear guests, ladies and gentlemen, our session will begin again very soon. So please take your seat as soon as possible. Thank you for your cooperation. Dear guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And let's continue our session after a short break. Now, we welcome Mr. Huang Zhongqiang, Chief Expert of Chang'an Automobile. He will talk with us about empowering the intelligent connected NEV industry with AI and digital intelligence. A warm welcome, please.
尊敬的各位来宾、女士们、先生们，大家上午好！感谢我们组委会的邀请，与各位专家学者深度探索、互动交流。站在这里，我感受到的不仅仅是这个论坛的热烈氛围，更感受到了一个新汽车时代变革的澎湃脉动。作为新成立的汽车央企， 借此机会呢，我先非常简要地介绍一下中国长安汽车集团的情况。按照国家的决策部署，中国长安汽车集团于今年7月29日正式成立。目前旗下拥有143家控股子公司，从业人员14.5万人，资产总额3087亿。 其核心资产和业务主要就是阿维塔、深蓝汽车、长安启源3大全球数字新能源品牌，以及我们的轻型车业务长安凯程。我们坚持全球化布局、国际化标准、市场化机制、专业化能力和体系化管理等发展思路，推动企业高质量发展。我们的愿景是 打造具有全球竞争力、拥有自主核心技术的世界一流汽车集团，铸就世界一流汽车品牌。我们目前确定了一个近期小目标，那就是在2030年的时候，我们的汽车产销要超过400万辆，奋斗500万辆，其中新能源汽车占比要超过60%，海外的占比要超过30%。 近年来，中国汽车产业加速向高端化、智能化、绿色化转型。长安汽车顺应时代趋势，通过明确战略布局和扎实技术投入，在品牌提升、智能科技以及低碳发展方面取得了系列进展。经过这几年的转型升级，公司的生产经营持续向好，连续5年 同比正增长，我们在去年2024年业绩创造了近7年来的历史新高，经营质量效果显著。今年的1到9月份，长安汽车销量超过206万辆，同比增长8.5%，其中新能源销售72万辆，同比增长59%，海外销售46万辆，同比增长10%。 面对当前形势，我们对未来前景充满信心。然后回到今天的主题，
当前全球汽车产业正在发生一些新的变化，我们分析主要体现在以下3个方面。特征之一就是市场的需求的多元化，使得多能源结构、多技术路线协同、多品牌发展成为了重要的战略选择。今年1到9月份，中国汽车市场新能源产销突破了1100万辆，市场的渗透率超过了46%，预计全年新能源汽车销量超过1600万辆，渗透率将超50%。总体来看，中国新能源发展速度振奋人心，前景非常乐观。我们预计到2030年，中国汽车市场当中 EV、XEV 和 ICE 的整个的比例将达到4:4:2的这样的一个比例。在全球汽车市场方面，市场由于需求具有多样性，受政策、环境、经济、习惯等影响，新能源的渗透率预计将从今年的25%提升至2030年的40%。我们认为，未来拥有 ICE 新能源双动力的，而且布局全球的汽车集团优势将更加明显。基于此，长安也对竞争策略进行了优化，坚持先离后破、油电并举，加速推进新能源的香格里拉计划，面向全球持续打造阿维塔、深蓝汽车和长安启源3大数字新能源品牌。对于阿维塔而言，我们定位于原创设计、智能新豪华汽车，树立起新豪华阿维塔的品牌形象，产品价格覆盖20到70万元区间。对于深蓝汽车，我们定位于年轻科技运动品牌，产品覆盖15到30万元的价格区间。对于长安启源，我们聚焦新主流用户群体，产品覆盖8到25万元的价格区间，面向全球大众主流家庭用户。通过上述的调整，从而形成能够满足绝大部分用户群体需求的产品体系。特征之2就是智能化渗透率持续提高，汽车竞争正在向陆海空智能出行生态延伸。如果说新能源汽车开启了汽车新时代的序章，那么数字新汽车必将成为真正的未来。未来的汽车就是可进化的智能汽车机器人。随着 AI、5G、大模型等要素与汽车产业快速融合，汽车产业的智能化技术已成为关键竞争要素。根据调研，在中国市场，新购车时关注智能化因素的用户占比已经超过92%，预计到2030年，具有智能化的新能源汽车渗透率将达到70%以上。国内乘用车 L2 级辅助驾驶将成为标配， L3 级以上搭载率将超过10%， L4 级别的自动驾驶将会逐步推广。在这一赛道上，长安汽车在去年获得了国家工信部首批自动驾驶试点企业，在今年的7月又获得国家工信部首批的 L3 级自动驾驶试点企业，测试产品涉及17款车型，居